it's pretty common coming into the space for a lot of current contractors and operators to actually have outstanding debt. So they've gone out to expand their fleet or, to grow the operation or update their fleet, but they oftentimes have gone out and taken out secondary loans on the vehicles themselves rather than, acquisition loans. And typically those are much easier to assume than actually just going out to get a new loan. So it does depend on who they have that vehicle loan through. But there's a ton of like major players in the space that you just have to ask the question, is this an assumable or assignable or transferable loan? And assuming that it is, then yes, you're just going to do a way quicker, basically credit application typically. And it can be, not a ton of upfront capital that you have to put down. It can be, a 30-day or less type process to try to button everything up and close out on the transfer of the loan. So it's much quicker. It's, less origination, loan fees, all those things you save. We didn't even talk about in the startup capital. That's, very personal and dependent on what you do, but those startup costs in terms of loan closing fees, whole nother animal that, depending on the lender, they might roll that into the note, which is typical. But it's just, something to be aware of there. But it's very simple, depending on who the provider is, to just actually go apply to assume that loan. And the seller is usually just going to be able to make that introduction and facilitate that loan assumption for you.